Well, hello and welcome to the Cosmic Echo Tarot Experience. That's a reading which connects historic cycles of frequency through your repeating tarot energy in this lifetime. You and your life are echoes from past energy. What we experience is not new, though we think it, and it is, but the fact of the matter is our lifetime is what, 60, 70, 80 years, maybe 90 if you're lucky. Slice of time, a slice, a sliver. So we really can't judge, but it feels like it's brand new. We experience ancient energetic frequencies which have been repeating again and again for thousands, tens of thousands, millions of years, long time. But again, we see them as new. They're not. Each life is an echo of the last time. So, using tarot as a tool, I locate the current frequency. Once I find it, I use other tools to tell you a story, which allow you to manifest your spiritual kryptonite properly, positively. It's a two-step metaphysical technique. I begin with 3 tarot cards. That's all, just 3, don't need more. I've done tarot for over 20 years, and I have come to discover from my experience tarot doesn't predict a damn thing, nothing. But it is the science of potential, your potential. Your potential to manifest, your potential to create. That's what it is. So I take the energies from 3 individual cards and I blend them into one energy. Why am I doing it? Very, very plainly, simply, I want you to understand it. I want you to get a clear picture in your head. I don't want it to be confusing. I've seen people lay out 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. I've seen one person lay out 100 cards. What the hell kind of a reading are you going to get out of that? You're not reading for the person you're reading for. You're trying to figure out a way to tell them what they want to hear, not the truth, what they want to hear, so that they're going to like you. Isn't that nice? It's going to like you. I don't do that. 3 cards blended into one frequency. That reveals your manifesting potential. Along with that, I use numerology, astrology. I also use imagery, pictures, all to help you imagine the essence of that energy, how to use it. It's repeating energy, but every time it repeats, things are a little different. You don't have the same people, you don't have exactly the same situation, but the energy is exactly the same. So I stay away from fantasies, unicorns, rainbows, any kind of magical sort of crazy talk from outer space. There's this big wave of energy coming. There's a gal in England who loves to tell people, she's an astrologer, oh, it's the Pleiades, it's the this. Shut up. You don't know. You're pulling it out of your ass. What we do know is we don't want fantasy, we don't want unicorn talk, rainbow talk. It's the matrix revealed, your matrix revealed in repeating cosmic cycles that we can connect. For example, like I said, I've done tarot for 20 years. I've done astrology, numerology for 50 years. Astrology, numerology are the science of cycles, within cycles, within cycles, within cycles. So let's look at a cycle. 1492, we had a planetary configuration. I don't want to get too heavily into it, but the point is we had a planetary configuration. 1492, a lot of things happened, but one of the things that did happen that was emblematic, by the way, of 1492 was Columbus came to the New World. Okay, New World, 1492. Well, what I'm talking about is Pluto and Neptune getting together every 500 years. It takes 500 years for those 2 planets to get in the same spot again. 500 years. So, okay, 1492. Let's go 500 years from 1492. It's, 1992. Oh, George Bush announced the New World Order. 1492, Columbus discovers the New World, or what he calls the New World. 500 years later, George Bush declares New World Order. Okay. Let's go back to 1492 and let's go back 500 years. Oh, what happened was in the Middle East, we had the Christians, we had several big groups get together. They were religious philosophical groups. And they got together and decided that they were going to cooperate with one another. They were going to quit the warring. They were going to quit all this disturbance stuff. They weren't totally successful. They were able to keep it together for a couple of hundred years. But it was in 992 that all these groups, different groups, religious groups, philosophical groups, got together. So it's a new world order, 992, 1492, 1992. You see what I'm talking about? If you understand the energy, it just makes sense. And that's what the whole thing is about. So knowing the repetitive energetic patterns around you enables you to use these ancient frequencies to your benefit. Much better than that 100 card tarot reading. Anyway, I want you to think of this reading as a cosmic uh, GPS. Okay, the tarot is your destination, the astrology, the imagery, the numerology, it's the map. It lets you know when you get to your destination. It lets you to know what the hell to look for, what it's going to feel like. And this unique package helps you to activate your spiritual kryptonite because that's what it is. You being able to manifest from within yourself, not from some computer, desktop, laptop, artificial intelligence, you, and then put it out into the world, not from the world into you. It doesn't work that way. You get to ride the cosmic wave to get to your destiny, your true destiny. Today's tarot reading is resuscitation, regeneration. You've probably seen pictures. If you haven't, there have been cataclysmic things that have happened, man made and nature made, where it looks like the area is completely lifeless, decimated. Nothing, I mean, nothing is capable of living in this location. And yet, given time, 50 years, 100 years, 200 years, whatever, life comes out of nothing. And that's where you're at in this reading. This is what you can do for you. You can resuscitate your life. You can regenerate your life. I know it doesn't feel that way. It doesn't seem that way. And it's not going to be an easy process, but that's what you can do. That's what you're here to do. That's why you're here this time. All righty? Makes sense? Good. We got you feeling the frequency. So let's go to another part here, cosmic cycles, just a kind of a quick review. Astrology is a kind of alchemy, science of cycles. Literally, what goes around comes around. There's nothing new. It's understanding these cycles and how they repeat time and time again, as I just explained to you. It gives life to your matrix. It helps to resuscitate. It permits us to feel and focus on the power of the tarot. The combination of the two things, the astrology and the tarot together, makes each more powerful and gives you some kind of control over your destiny. Is big time juju, and that's where we're headed. I just want to quickly remind you, I do have an email you can contact me at tao.tarot at proton.me, tao-tarot at proton.me. Feel free. Write anything, yes, no, maybe so. It's open communication, and I'll get back to you. I'm pretty good. Sometimes, I don't know about every day, but certainly every other day I check it. Tao-tarot at proton.me. Thank you for taking the time to respond. All right, let's do a little bit. Let's move ahead to the astrology now. This is the path to the destination, which is the tarot. Astronauts for today, the gathering gloom. Remember, we're talking about regeneration. Okay, we're talking about resuscitation, life out of the lifeless. I mean, you look at it and you go, what the hell? There can't be anything that's living in this. Oh, yeah, there can. Oh, yeah, there can. Don't worry about it. You're covered, Bubba. You're covered. So, the theme for today's astronauts is the gathering gloom. The deep state has repeatedly said that they have a plan. They hope it will be a reality by 2030. That's the plan, by 2030. Over the next 4 years, they're going to push their plan with every trick in the book, like pus from a wound. It's going to ooze. And if we're lucky, it will be the truth that will ooze out into the public consciousness. We're getting little dribs and drabs. And yes, like pus, it's ugly, it's smelly, it's uncomfortable. But it's a healing crisis of major proportions. And it is both excruciating and powerful. But that's what we have ahead of us. And 2026 is going to symbolize the time or mark the time where they go, okay, game's over. Shit's going to hit the fan. Now you're going to feel the heat. And they got some plans that are absolutely amazing. I won't spend much time on them today, but get ready. We're going to be covering and uncovering because the idea is to get you to resuscitate, regenerate your life. You can do this. Alrighty, let's go to the existential points. We got several things to pass along. And you see here at the bottom left, Bill Gates. God, what an asshole this man is. Oof. I have big plans for this guy, but I can't tell you what they are because the internet platforms would kick me out. But he's a piece of crap. And along those lines, because he invested $50 million in the COVID thing, by the time it was over and he walked away from the COVID thing saying, well, you know, it wasn't that useful, he made $500 million on his $50 million investment. Anyway, the Telegraph, which is a important newspaper in Great Britain, says the government is withholding data that could link the COVID jab to excess deaths. We've made it clear that the scientists who we can trust have already made it clear that the COVID jab is the killer. It's not COVID, it's the jab. And so, that being the case, I repeated that story twice so you won't miss it. The government has lied to you. Oh, no, really? Yeah. And you don't even have to believe the scientists who you can trust. How about the actuaries, the people who have no science background per se? They work for the insurance companies and the big corporations, and they have to keep tabs on these numbers. They have to. They're projecting. They're predicting. They have to have the data. And what the folks who keep track of the numbers, actuaries, say, people are dropping like flies. We've noticed, especially in sports, professional sports here in the United States, a lot of players seem to be getting injured all the time. And everybody's wringing their hands going, what's going wrong? What's going wrong? Well, first of all, those athletes have been eating crap food since the time they were born. They got injected with all kinds of shots when they were born. Their immune systems have been jerked around. If you eat crap food that is dead, your body is not going to rebuild itself properly. I think that's a big part of the problem. I now add to the fact that they're geoengineering our skies, dropping all kinds of shit on us, and I mean from heavy metals to biological pieces to tremendous. You got the spike protein in the COVID still running around. They're still spreading that. Food is lifeless. It's poisoned. Artificial colors, flavors. The water's poisoned. Oh, by the way, you know what is the number one chemical in modern watering supplies? Estrogen. Women birth control pills. When they pee, it goes into the system. They don't filter that out. So you're getting men who are feminized and you're getting women who are just jacked out of shape. I mean, in every way possible, the people who run the world have done bad. If they had a chance to do good or bad, they always, 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 always choose bad. So the fact that in Britain they've discovered officially that the government was lying to them about the COVID jab is no surprise. Over on the right side, David Wolf, a doctor of note for many years, quotes a guy who worked for Pfizer for 17. He says, we didn't discover drugs, we discovered markets. If a drug cured asthma in 3 days, we'd kill it. Chronic diseases where the money is made, cures are bad for business. And in the bottom, David Wolf has another one. I love this one. Thanks to the pandemic, I now question nearly every part of modern medicine. I'm to the point I don't go to doctors. I don't go to hospitals. I don't deal with that stuff. I'm 75. If I'm going to drop dead, I'm going to drop dead. I've had a I've had a life. Feel sorry for the people who are 20, 30, 40, 50 because they're going to be sicker and they're probably going to die sooner. At least that's what the actuaries are guessing. Tough stuff ahead for them. Tough stuff ahead for them. But again, remember I said about resuscitation and stuff is going to ooze out like pus from a sore? It's excruciating to understand and appreciate that you've been lied to in every aspect of your life, but it's also liberating and empowering. Let's go to the perfect picture, or picture perfect, or however the hell I'm going to end up saying it. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Let's go all the way to the right. World Economic Forum, they put out their end game. They're going to stop you from eating meat. They're going to develop the ability to track your carbon footprint, whatever the hell that is. It's been proven that's bullshit. Carbon, CO2, makes up less than 1% of our planet's atmosphere. Most of it is nitrogen and oxygen. So that's bullshit. But of course, they lie, so we know that. Um, Meat and dairy, they're going to try to take away from you. Coffee, they're going to try to take away from you. They're going to F with you every way they can because it has nothing to do with nothing, with nothing, with nothing except them controlling you. And just to the left of that, you got a guy talking about the CIA and USAID. He says the Kissinger report proves that the population reduction is real. It's done by medicalizing reduced fertility. We see that the fertility for men and women is dropping significantly over the past 20, 30 years. Significantly. About 60% for women. That's what it stands now. For men, it's about 55%. They're making us sterile. They're making us sick. They're making us weak. And they want more. Ooh, they want more. And just for giggles, over on the far left at the bottom of that orange box there, it says last week there were more than 36 million deer hunters running around with guns. And you know what? There was not one single mass shooting. So this idea that guns, you gotta get guns, you gotta take them. No, 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 no. First of all, a lot of these things are planned events to distract you. And the other thing is people who do these things are just sick MFers and they don't. 36 million people out there shooting deer for food, for meat. Not a single mass shooting. Isn't that absolutely amazing? I'll be doggone. How about if we get ready for the tarot stuff, huh? Let's get to our destination finally. Wheel of Fortune is where we begin. Destiny and turning point. 2026, you will be given the opportunity as part of this regeneration thing going on, this resuscitation going on. You'll have an opportunity to take a look, get a peek at your destiny. You'll feel it. May not see it, but you'll feel it. Maybe feeling it already. It's a turning point in your life if you want it to be. You want to put life back into your life. You're going to have the opportunity. But again, there's a price that's going to be paid. Next card up, Seven of Wands. Talks about defiance, taking a stand. I'm not going to do it anymore. You told me I had to. I'm not doing it. F you. After that, the Nine of Wands, working against setbacks. Like I said, 2026, as we head to 2030, these 4 years, you're going to have an opportunity to see your potential, see your destiny. You can choose it or lose it. That's up to you. If you choose it, you're going to have to take a stand. And anytime you stand up to evil, you're going to pay the price. But the Nine of Wands says, that's okay. I know I'm going to pay a price. I'm not going to be surprised. I'm not going to be shocked. I'm going to be ready. Bring it on. Because either I make it or I break it, but it's your choice. It's your destiny. It's your matrix. You can resuscitate your life. You can regenerate your life. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care what it feels like. You can do it. But you got to be open to the wheel of fortune, that destiny, that turning point that will flash in front of you. You will have to make a quick decision. Choose wisely, grasshopper. Alrighty, 2026, it is the cleansing year. It begins. Time's up, but you're just beginning your journey for 2026. Don't walk away from the opportunity. It's going to be a little scary, going to be a little difficult, and you're not going to be exactly sure how it's going to end up. Just one foot in front of the other, Bubba. One foot in front of the other. Please like and subscribe. I need your help. And I'm not the only one. They're really messing with the internet right now. That's part of their plan to up the ante. Algorithms just take people and sites, subscribers off. They don't make a big deal. Just change the algorithm. Boom, you're gone. Disappear. Magical pingdo. Be awake. Resuscitate your life. Take the opportunity to regenerate your matrix. Between now and the next time you and I do tarot together, peace and blessings.